O Allah, guide me among those whom Thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom Thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom Thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever Thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what Thou hast judged. Surely Thou judges, and none can judge against Thee, and he whom Thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art Thou, O Lord, and exalted be Thee above what they set up besides Thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides Thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is Thy servant and apostle. Amen.
Nietzsche said, most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Arise, champion. Now perseverance transforms average, everyday people into world champions. So the key to victory, the key to success is never giving up. And in order for you to do that, arise, champion, you're going to need a strong why to prevail, a strong reason to keep going. You see, the more difficult your obstacles are to overcome, the more you must keep your reasons for succeeding in front of you. Vince Lombardi said, the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but a lack of will. Success is not about how you look on the outside. Arise, champion. You might look like a Lamborghini, mean and clean, everywhere you go. But see, I'm interested in what's under the hood, because that's what really matters. When life hits you with that brick, and you get knocked down on that mat, and I'm talking to the Linda Rouseys of the world, the ones that have been knocked down once and twice, and everybody out there is calling you a failure, everybody out there saying it's over, what are you gonna do? Rise, champion. I don't even think they should be able to call you a champion until you've been beat, because even losers keep going when they're winning. But when you get hit with that brick and you on that mat on your back, rise, champion. Then we separate the cream from the crop. Only when you're down 25 points on the biggest stage like Tom Brady, and you come back, can we call you the greatest of all time? Abraham Lincoln said, I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Get up! The ground, the mat, being on your back is no place for a champion. Get up! Rise, champion. Now you at that crossroads. The decision you make now will ultimately define your legacy. I'm speaking to the Tiger Woods of the world. Each loss, each setback, each heartbreaking disappointment will try to disguise itself as failure, but it's all a lie. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not give up. Many times on the road to success, you're gonna feel crushed, exhausted, and alone. See, life is not like Little League. Arise, champion. They don't give away participation trophies. There's the champions and everybody else. It's one or the other. How do you want to be remembered? Each time life knocks you down, rise, champion, you must bounce back with an even greater hunger to succeed. The ones that have the hardest time doing this are the ones that have weak whys. Now you can only go as far in life as your why will carry you. Champions have self-awareness. They know why they want what they want, and that why carries them to the promised land. The why is the birthplace of all champions. She is the mother to all legends and all the greats in every field. The more deeply you are connected to the thing you're trying to accomplish, the more likely you are to achieve it. Natural talent and ability, that's all good, but it won't carry a quitter. So you gotta find a why that makes you invincible, that you can run through walls with it. Get up! Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. And I'm not ignoring what you're going through. Get up! And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you it's gonna be easy, because it's not. It's gonna be a struggle. You're gonna have to fight and claw and scrape your way up out of this thing. But you can do it if you wanna do it. Now, are you a pretender or are you a champion? You can't have a testimony without first having a test. The whole world is watching you right now. Get up to see how you respond. Show them what you made of. Never give up. Stay in your lane.
Where my champions at this morning? Where y'all at? Look, when I woke up this morning, God told me, he said, you are a champion. And I'm rolling with that. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. Welcome to the Sajdah channel. This is the channel of the champions. Okay? We talking today. I said I was going to talk about business beyond social media. We're going to talk a little bit about making money versus creating money. But what I really want you to get out of today's show is that you are a champion. I don't care what the statistics say. We just spent 4 days going over the statistics. I don't care how rock bottom they say we are as a people. I don't care how toe down and ratchet we are as a people. We have the ability to rise up out the ashes. We're already champions. Look at what our ancestors been through. What our people have been through. You ain't got to go back that far. What has your mother been through? What has your grandfather been through? What about your great-great-grandfather? Some of y'all don't even know who that is. Look around you. Where were you a year ago? Where were you 10 years ago? See, most of us have a problem with being champions because we serve a weak God. We've defined God in our mind, but we don't really believe that he can do what we think he can do. But more importantly, we don't believe that he will do what we believe he can do or what we think he can do. We don't believe he'll do it. Not for us. We put limitations on God. We're so busy around here trying to figure out how we fit in, looking at social media. See, business beyond social media means that you got to function like a champion, like a God, and your mindset has to be bigger than what's happening on this little screen. See, because it's a whole world of business happening out there, entrepreneurs. It's people out there building refineries, building factories, okay, creating and developing. But you on here worried about how many followers you got, how many likes you got. That ain't nothing. That's just an algorithm. You on here worried about what older people don't like you and what younger people got something to say about you. You on here worried about the wrong stuff. You out here practicing Willie Lynch, and it's a whole world happening out here. Stop putting limitations on God. What is your why? Why are you doing what you do? Why did you get up this morning? Why did you go to work yesterday? Your why has to be bigger than just you. And when you get to the point where you start to outgrow the why, get creative and create something else. Another why. Why are you doing it? The fuel, the wind beneath your wings has to be stronger than any force that could come against you. It's all right if people looking at you like, oh, he's a failure. He ain't nothing. He had a baby when he was 15. She was a prostitute. She started a business and it failed. Or he made a mistake and was incarcerated. None of that matters. Do what you got to do to become who you have to become so that you can attract to yourself what permeates and penetrates whatever situation you are in. They may say one thing, but what does God say? And what do you believe that God will do on your behalf? What will he do? What do you believe? See, a lot of us around here, we ain't starting no businesses. We ain't doing for self. We don't got nothing happening. We around here sad and depressed. Why? Because somebody else has put a limit and negotiated us out of our position as champions and vicegerents for the will of God. You can't be no champion if you ain't had no test. Don't let the test become a trauma that break you down and weigh you down. I don't care if you messed up and was eating cake and cookies every day and now you diabetic and you got one foot. Get up on that other foot, get a prosthetic, and let's go. Let's go. We ain't got no time to be sitting around here worrying and waiting. What are we waiting on? What in the world are we waiting on? Let's get over it. Let's get under it. Let's get through it. Let's thrive. Let's make it happen. We have to stop waiting. We have to stop waiting. We have to stop putting limitations on God. We have to stop waiting on and thinking that somehow our ego and our intellectual capacity is going to grow so big that we're going to have all the solutions and everything is just going to come to us. Stop it. See, when you work like that and you're not realizing that you're a champion and you're not focused on who you need to be and who you need to become, what happens? We become predators. Predators in business, predators in relationships, predators in life. Why? Because we feel like we have to put our will upon somebody else in order to get them to do something. But when you are an example, people will look at you and say, it's something about her. Let me go see what's up. It's something about him. Let me go see what's up. He's so successful in his business. Man, I got to go be around him. But when you're so busy trying to put your will upon somebody else because you don't believe that God will do what he says he will do, then you become a predator. You decide, I got to force somebody. I got to make it happen. I got to make some money. See, that's negative energy. When you over here like, I got to make it. I got to force. I got to push. That's all negative. It's all low vibration. You should be saying, what can I create? What kind of money can I create for myself? What kind of opportunities can I create for myself? What can I create? What situation can I create for myself? What position can I create for myself? What money, what finances, what opportunities can I create for myself? Not make it happen, not push it down somebody's throat, not force them, not be aggressive. Get up off of this colonizer's mindset and his way of doing things and get like the God and mimic the God who created himself out of triple darkness. Who are you? Are you a better person today than you were yesterday? Did you wake up with evil thoughts? Did you wake up with thinking about who you was going to force and how you was going to make somebody do something for you today? Or did you wake up mad because you can't influence somebody to do what you want to do? Wake up and figure out who you need to be the champion that God wants you to be. That's how you become successful. People ask me about massive levels of success. Man, how did you do this? How did that happen? Because I'm always focused on who do I need to be. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about her. I ain't thinking about them. I don't compete. I focus on Allah. What do you want from me right now in this moment? And who do I need to be in order for you to flow right here? Who do I need to be? And if I need money, okay. I know he already told me money, good homes, friendships, and all walks of life. And I believe that he will do what he says he will do. I don't believe it's just words on a paper. So I ain't got to force you. He don't need me to have money. I heard people say this online. And people say this about me. Why would you give up all your money? That ain't cute. You just want somebody to say, oh, it's cute. No. It ain't my money. It ain't your money. God don't need you and me to have money. He makes money. He is the maker, the owner of the planet Earth. So whatever resources he needs us to have in order to do his will, he's going to give them to us. It comes from him. See, when you got a scarcity mindset and you operating in your ego, you think God needs you to have something in order to do his will. You got it backwards. No. You just need to figure out who you need to be and what you need to create and how you need to align. Don't come at me with your negativity and your lack, because I won't support your lack mindset. I won't support it. I won't validate it. I won't validate scarcity consciousness. Because if we are going to be the bottom rail, and because he said that we will be the bottom rail that will be raised to the top, then we are going to have all the resources that we need to build, to develop, and to thrive. What's the holdup? The holdup is us. The holdup is all this ratchetness that we think is cute. This mimicking the conqueror's mindset and allowing ourselves to be manipulated and negotiated out of our position. See, our success is our righteousness. Our success is our morals. What are you thinking right now? What's on your mind? Again, are you forcing? Are you aggressing people? Are you predators? Are you trying to hurt somebody in order to get what it is that you want? That's low vibration, brother. That's low vibration, sister. Ain't nobody messing with that. When I see people who function like that, I don't want to have nothing to do with them. You know why? Because it's so low vibrational that you are really on the verge of doing something illegal, immoral, or selling your soul in order to have what you want, because you're trying to use force to get it. You got to use this. You got to use your creativity. You got to use your mind. You got to mimic the God that the paper says you are a descendant of. You got to mimic the God that came over here 9,000 miles and said he would eat rattlesnakes to save one of us. If God said that about one of us, how valuable are you and I? So you don't have to force, you don't have to hurt nobody, you don't got to aggress nobody, you ain't got to sexualize nobody, you ain't got to be stank. You just got to be you. And at first you got to know who you are. Accept your own. Be yourself. First, love yourself. Where's your creativity? How much time did you spend yesterday creating new ways to get customers, creating new ways to earn money, to attract money to yourself, creating new ways to bring value to your relationships, creating new ways to lose weight, creating new ways to get healthy, creating new ways to live? How much time are you spending on that? Or are you constantly forcing, constantly pushing? Oh, let me make one more phone call. Let me do this. Let me do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dial it back a minute. And let's get creative. You may have to get your butt off of social media for a minute, because it might have you in an illusion. These AI, these algorithms, they got you chasing a carrot, chasing something that ain't even real. Get off of that for a minute. They determine what our vibrations are going to be. They arrest somebody and then flood the airwaves with it. And so everybody's vibrating at that level. Everybody's vibrating in tune with that news. Meanwhile, you got them out here, they creating laws. They got a whole election going on. We ain't paying attention because we so worried about who got arrested, who got shot, who on trial, who going to jail. That's a vibration that they want us locked into. Meanwhile, they sitting up with an election, got 60-some days left, getting ready to elect a candidate with no black agenda. Neither one of them. No laws in place. They want us constantly focused on the negative. They got us worrying about whether or not somebody's black or not, or whether or not they identify black, or if they eat collard greens or pork chop. Who's still eating pork in this millennial in 2024? For real? What black, conscious, educated person is still eating pork? That ain't cute. Sorry. I'm sorry. But it's not. That's not an example for our people. We are the number one victims of cardiovascular disease in the world. We have lost over 100,000 Black people to cardiovascular disease in America alone every year for the past 10 years. And that's not including the pandemic that made us have these pre-existing conditions so that the virus could attach to our weak vascular system. And we out here thinking it's cute to go, oh, give me a box of pork chops, give me some collard greens with some hog maws in it. Come on, y'all. Let's wake up. Wake up. What is cardiovascular disease risk factors? This is the health epidemic of our community. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, being overweight, smoking, strokes, heart attacks. Okay? All of these other debilitating diseases, poor circulation, as folks call it, amputations. And they out here marketing to us Negroes like it's okay to say, oh, I eat pork chops and collard greens and I got hot sauce in my bag. Really? Let's wake up, people. There's a world beyond social media. Just because, and don't get me wrong, I make t-shirts and stuff too, but just because you make t-shirts and you got 50,000 followers or whatever on social media, that don't mean nothing. What are you teaching? What is your vibration? See, most big business happens outside of this screen. The people really sitting at the table, making things happening and dictating your and my future, they not out here telling you about it. They over here planning in the corner where you can't see them and you're not a part of it. Then they coming out here telling you they eat pork chops and collard greens and hog maws. And I don't know what intellectual, conscious person is still eating hog at that level, period, I should say, in 2024. Really? For real? Come on, y'all. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. Wake up, start looking at issues. If it's the election, what issues are important to you? Who's talking about your issues? It's incredible to me. I look at it and I say, I remember when this former person called Nigeria a shithole country. I was like, what? And people think it makes sense? We okay with it? Meanwhile, we sitting up here broke, raggedy, naked, damn near out of doors. We got a whole God saying, I'm right here for you. But we don't believe that God will do what he says he will do. We don't even believe that he will do what we believe he can do. We don't believe it. Our God is weak, so we're not champions. I'm telling you, when I woke up this morning, I said, God, Allah, thank you for waking me up. I was getting ready to go into prayer. And as I was getting ready to go into prayer, he said, you are a champion. And so we got to live like a champion. We got to walk like a champion. What makes me a champion? That's not ego. My championship is not ego driven. Your championship is not ego driven. It's based on what I know I've overcome and endured and stood through. It's based on the enemies that I've faced and overcome. It's based on the table that's been prepared before me. That's what makes us a champion. Some of us got people right in our house plotting against us that don't like us, wish we could die so they could get the insurance. You overcoming all of that. They can't win against you because they're not God unless you make them God. They have no rights over you except you give them rights. So what you've triumphed over, I thought about it the other day. I said, damn, I paid my way through college. I bought myself at the table as a developer, worked my backside off. That makes me a champion. Many of y'all on here, some of y'all done had strokes, heart attacks. Some of you sitting here, you done been victims of predatory lending. You got medical conditions, but you still here. You still striving. You still got dreams and hopes and goals. And there's something so great inside of you that God wants to share with somebody. You are a champion. Some of us are rape victims, incest victims, abuse victims. Some of us come from families that have never had nothing. Not a thing. Some of us come from poor backgrounds where nobody taught us anything. Some of us come from places in the hood where you wouldn't even drive your car through. But you still standing today. You still making it today. You still figuring out how to put one foot before the other. You are a champion. That's not ego. You're not making that up in your mind. So get up and figure out what you can champion today. Okay, that was yesterday. You here today. How do we get to that next step tomorrow? What am I working on? What did your parents die for? Are your parents still living? Did they die for you to just be around here doing nothing, moping around, thinking that God don't care about you? No, thinking that the only thing that you can do is what you see on social media, and it's not much, and I can't really go beyond that. You know, it's people out here getting it. I don't care what the economy says. Their world is falling. It's the fall of America. They already said we ain't part of it. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What has to do with me is who I need to be and who I need to become so that I can overcome the fall that our Father already told us was happening. I see y'all in the chat. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you feeling. You got to roll like a champion. Some of y'all overcame so much. Some of y'all was flunking out of college, and then you turned it around and graduated with a 3.0. Some of y'all got fired from a job and turned around and went to the next job, and now you making money, taking care of your family, and you got a business on the side. Some of you had a business, and in putting the business together, you faced eviction and foreclosure and everything else, but now you got a successful business. You a champion. Some of y'all went into the hospital and they told your family, gather around because he ain't gonna make it. But you're here. So you don't have to force nothing. You just gotta be. And just be creative. Don't be out here trying to beat people up to do what it is that you want them to do. Don't do that. You don't have to do that because you didn't beat nobody up when you took your butt in the hospital and almost died. You didn't beat nobody up when you didn't know where your next meal was coming from, did you? It came. You figured it out. And if you did beat somebody up to get that next meal, you better get it together because we just in a different day and time, y'all. All this exotic, ratchet behavior that we've been practicing, it's time out. I don't care who's guilty. I don't care who made a deal with who. I don't care. I get it. And we all know how the devil works. I don't know why we surprised. I don't know why we got to get on social media and say, they're going to take you down or this. We already know how it works. And if you're that unconscious in 2024 and you don't know how it works, then you need to go study. How you should understand that it works is this. The devil's going to send in his mercenaries. He's going to send in his spies. He's looking at you to find your weaknesses. So when you get bigger than your britches, he can throw your weaknesses up in your face. He'll let them accumulate. And depending on how ratchet you are, it's going to determine a lot of times how big he's going to let you go. Because now he knows that he can bring you down. Come on, y'all. This is an old playbook. We should not be falling for that in 2024. I'm not saying, look, ain't nobody perfect. I'm not perfect. You not perfect. Ain't none of us perfect. I'm not saying that. We're going to make mistakes. But to be falling for this same play means that we're not paying attention to history. The devil doesn't create. He only destroys and takes. He destroys and subtracts. Come on, y'all. Let's wake up. We shouldn't be falling for this in 2024. We shouldn't still be looking on social media to see what had happened was. What are we doing? This is old. This is an old playbook. Anyway, support the network. Go to Cash App, Sajdah Enterprises. We also got our oud oil lines out. If you are interested, support sajdahhouse.com. We got some great announcements coming up regarding the museum. So I'm excited to share that with you all coming soon. Good morning, Mom. I see you there. Welcome. Good morning, Sister Betty. Assalamu alaikum, Brother James Camouflage. Brother Lamont, welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Let's see who we got here. Sister Monica's in the house. She says, Assalamu alaikum, great Saturday, family. We say, wa alaikum salam, ma'am. Great Saturday to you. Sister Audrey F. Young is in the house. Wa alaikum salam. Sister Monica said, that's right. There's nothing new under the sun. Ajit Desai, welcome. Garland Mack just tuned in. What I missed? You missed a lot, Garland. Go back. Start from the beginning after we get off of here. Okay. Brother Lamont said he needed this morning. Yeah, come on, champion. You done overcame a lot. I remember, Brother Lamont, when you first used to tune in, even just coming through the chat, there was a vibration that was so challenged and so low. And now you have such a bright vibration. People are commenting about you and how your vibration has grown and developed over time as you've been applying the techniques and the tactics. Look, there ain't nothing new under the sun. We don't kick a person while they down. And we also realize that's an old playbook. We should be realizing on both sides as the player and the played. If we see somebody going through something, we should be able to recognize and be able to help them and say, hey, you know what? This is an old playbook. How can I help? See, here's the play. When they take us down and unperson us and slander us in the press, then we fall for it as a community. Stop falling for this. I don't even click on this stuff nowadays when I see it. I'm not even getting ready to give you a hit. I don't even want the algorithm to say this is something she's interested in because she keeps clicking on it. I don't even want the algorithm to say that. I want the algorithm to say, show her some high vibrational stuff. Show her some next level stuff. Because that's what I like. Show me how to build. Show me how to develop. YouTube can be a university if you know how to use it. This can be YouTube University. You could get on here and learn whatever it is you want to learn. If you got a job, you could get on here and learn how to enhance your job. Let me tell you something. When I first partnered with Dr. Dormu the first surgery that he went to go do was an open carotid surgery, a carotid endarterectomy. And I didn't know what a carotid endarterectomy was. Guess what I did? I went on YouTube. I put in the search line, carotid endarterectomy, and I watched the surgery. So when he was talking about how he put a patch and put a patch in there, I knew what the patch was because I saw it. When he talked about removing how much plaque he had to remove from the person's carotid artery, not only did I know where the carotid artery was, but I was able to see it and see the plaque being removed. I saw the stitch that they used to stitch the artery back up. I saw how they put the neck back together off of YouTube. So when I went to the office that next morning and I'm reading the notes and I'm reading the plan, I know what I'm looking at. And if there was anything there that I didn't understand or there was a process in it, I went to YouTube University and I looked at it. And if it wasn't on YouTube, I Googled it. This can be a university. It don't have to be the school of the ratchet. You don't have to follow these algorithms and be out here playing around trying to figure out who went to jail, who got arrested, who twerking, who killed whom. That's low vibrational, low level stuff. And we should not still be on that in 2024. Yes, people, that's what they own. That's their business. Find the channels and find the stuff that aren't necessarily all that popular, but that feed you and feed who you are. See, that way you're armed with knowledge and you don't have to see. Let's say I didn't know what a carotid endarterectomy was. Let's say I didn't go study and figure it out and learn about it. So that if I came and I asked, can I scrub in on cases? Can I see it? So I could see what is going on. If I'm going to be partnering in this business, I got to go in. I want to see patients. How are you diagnosing this? Where are you getting this from? Who said this or that? And I learned and I earned an honorary doctorate degree because I was so deep into the studies. YouTube can be a university if you let it be, but don't just assume that what pops up in the algorithm is the only thing that's out there. If you opening up a restaurant business, there's a bunch of videos out here that talk about being a restaurateur, how you can do it, how you calculate your margins, how you price the food, how you understand what you're spending per plate, per item, what systems to use, any software that you're interested in. Guess where it's at? Right here on YouTube University. It may not be something that has 1 million hits. It may not be something that has 2 million hits, 100,000, but it'll be out there. You want to figure out how to do it? Go out here and look. So I did that for, let's see, the first surgery was a carotid endarterectomy. The next one I think was a fem-pop bypass surgery, a femoral popliteal artery bypass surgery. You know what your girl did? Went to YouTube University and watched a femoral popliteal bypass surgery. That's what your girl did. Because I didn't know, I couldn't remember. I remember my femoral bone, but I'm like, where's the femoral artery? Where's the popliteal artery? Where's the tibial artery? I looked at surgeries about amputation so I could see how they did it, how they create the flap. When I tell you I studied, I studied. When my business partner was studying for his vascular surgery boards, guess what your girl did? I studied with him. Because I wanted to know. I didn't want to be a part of this and be sitting here unknowledgeable and be in a position where I got to force and push. No. I want to sit back like a champion and know at least some basics. And I ended up learning more than the basics. So with that, y'all, I want you all to move through today like a champion. Realize that you are a champion. You have champion blood running through your veins, through your arteries. You are a champion. You come from a long line of champions. Next time you look at one of your people and you see what they've overcome, they may not be perfect. They may be fat. They may be out of shape. They may curse. They may be a little stinky, a little funky. That's a champion you're looking at. Because this condition that they're in today is probably a response to what they've overcome and how they've been winning. And so if they like a little singing and like a little dancing and like a little partying, sometimes that's okay. What we got to clean up is the ratchetness, the ratchet behavior. I'm sorry, y'all. All this wild, exotic sex and behavior that we've been doing, we got to stop. Allah is not going to reward that. The sexual subculture in our community is killing us. It's killing us and it's impeding our success. We got babies kidnapped and missing, being sex trafficked. We got parents taking their children and offering them up to the sex traffickers. Why? Because they want to be successful, because they want to be a singer, they want to be a basketball player, they want to be a football player. We're looking for a babysitter because we don't want to be bothered. So I'm just going to drop my children off. They can spend the night over there. Next thing you know, they doing stuff and you can't believe it. You embarrassed. This is what's killing us. This is what's hurting us. See, the system going to do what it's going to do. The white man going to do what it do. But that system don't work if we stop all this ratchetness. Yeah, there's plenty of people that are innocent that are in jail. Plenty of people serving time for sentences that are way greater than the crime. We got it in our family. I got it in my family. You got it in your family. We all got it. But half the battle is won if we get out of some of this ratchetness. We just got to stop it. This behavior, this immorality is the death of us. It's killing us. Whether we in the church, whether we in the mosque, whatever your background is, clean it up. And I'm going to tell you something. See, a lot of times you can't measure because you're not doing nothing. See, doing for self is so powerful because it helps you measure. Whenever I was other than myself, I could see where my success levels dropped. When I got to the point where I start cleaning up things, and I'm not just talking about, see, sometimes we think somebody's just talking about, we're not just talking about sex or drinking or alcohol. It could be mindset. It could be mentally being other than yourself. When you start cleaning yourself up, tweaking things, going to another level, focusing on who you need to become, who you need to transition into, how you need to evolve. When you start doing that, you start seeing your success levels go like this. You start seeing things happen that almost seem like miracles. You just put it out here in your brain that this is what you want, and next thing you know, it happens in the material world. See, when you start cleaning yourself up, change happens. A change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will, as soon as you and I change. All right, family. I'm gonna go. We got a big day today in Chicago. We're hosting the University of Illinois Department of Religion at a small tour and reception. They're going to tour Mas Mariam, and then we're going to do a little reception at Sajdah House in the Friendship Garden. Brother Garland said the burden is lifted. Tell me what you mean by that, brother. We got a couple minutes I can speak on that. Tell me what you mean by the burden is lifted. I'll give you time to type that in. And then we have the concert. We got the harmony concert tonight at Mas Mariam with our babies with the classical music culture. So you got to register to go to that. It's probably sold out, so you might have to catch the replay. I cannot wait to have our babies waltzing and playing the violin at their father's house at the house museum. We got some beautiful things planned. This is really all for them. All right. So with that, family, cleaning up our lives, success comes easier. That's exactly right. Cleaning up our lives, success comes much, much easier. Much, much easier. You know deep down inside what you're doing that you need to do. I don't care if you just do it once a year, twice a year, 4 times a year, once a quarter. You think, oh, I just do it every once in a while. You already know what you're doing. You already know. So here's how it works scientifically. This is not spooky. Whatever behaviors you practice is creating a vibration that is attaching itself to other things in the universe that are attracted to that vibration. So you're going to attract more of the same. And then deep down inside of your body, your DNA, your cells, your heart is going to pulsate and vibrate to the rhythm of the vibration of the thoughts and behaviors that you practice. Okay? And then your body then is reacting physically to that vibration. And that could mean any number of things. It can mean any number of disease. There are people that can help you track what ailments you have in your body and how it ties directly to your thoughts and your emotions. There's a direct correlation. So it's killing us. It's going to be the death of us. So we got to get it together. Start small. Start with your thoughts. Start with your thought. But all this wild stuff that we doing that we think is cute for social media, it's not cute. All right, family. With that, I want y'all to know I love y'all. I wish you more goodness than you've ever experienced or imagined. Have a wonderful day. I want you moving like a champion. Remember that you're a champion. And everything is going to be all right. It really, really is going to be all right. Okay, we'll see you all Monday. I'll post a reminder and let you guys know what we're going to talk about. But we'll be back Monday, 6 a.m. I get to sleep in tomorrow. Actually, I'm sleepy now, but I can't go to sleep. But I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings, family. Love y'all.